Our clients often ask us, what are the most common types of cyber attacks? We hope this video will give you some enlightenment. Here, we're only going to look at the most common phishing and malware attacks, since they are the most prevalent and are the ones you really should know about. To start with, there's phishing. According to the FBI, in 2024 there were nearly 200,000 formal complaints made about phishing. This is by no means all that happened. It just means these were the ones reported to the FBI for investigation. In 2024 alone, reported losses from phishing topped $70 billion. One type of phishing is spear phishing. This is done through emails that look as though they've come from a real vendor, maybe the electric company or the bank. They tell you that there has been a serious problem and that you need to click the link to fix it. With all phishing, the idea is to make you panic. When you panic, you might miss the fact that your name isn't in the email, that they've misspelled things, perhaps the logo isn't quite right, or maybe the email comes from some other country. Their aim is to simply trick you into clicking their link. Another type of phishing is vishing or voice phishing. One of the major types of vishing is from call center scams, where someone from tech support calls you to tell you that there's an issue with your computer and that they can help you fix it. Another variant of this type of scam is where a caller pretends that one of your relatives is in jeopardy and needs financial help to resolve a crisis. Often, unfortunately, it is the elderly who are targeted and conned in this way. The FBI reported that in 2024 alone, losses from this type of deception came to over $1.9 billion, and those were only the cases they investigated. The real total is likely to be a whole lot higher. This type of scam is only set to increase as time passes. A third type of phishing is whaling. A lot more effort is usually put into this type of attack because the reward to the adversary can be a lot bigger. They may send a cleverly crafted email to the CEO or some other higher-level person in the company in the hope that they will be busy and not pay too much attention. They might pretend they are from the accounting team or some other vital department in the company. Again, there is a level of urgency in the communication, a serious problem that needs an immediate fix. Perhaps the executive is required to click a link to authorize a payment, or maybe they have to visit a web page to provide some other piece of information. Whatever they are required to do is bound to benefit the bad actor. Now let's take a look at malware attacks. Malware is a piece of software, a malicious program that is designed to make a computer take some sort of action. The trick is to get it into the victim's computer and then get the program to run. The FBI stated that there were over 3,500 reports made to them in 2024 that they had to investigate. Although that doesn't seem like a lot of reports, losses topped $14 billion, and that's purely from reported, investigated, and verified issues caused by malware. The most commonly known type of malware is a virus. We've all heard of them. And, just like in real life, there are no good viruses. They're all designed to do something bad to the victim. They start working by having the victim click a link or open an infected file, then they can start performing their malevolent actions. A worm can replicate itself. Its job is to spread through a system. Imagine an earthworm moving quietly through the dirt. That's how a worm spreads, quietly, stealthily. And, once it gets into the system, it can invoke itself to start wreaking havoc. Unlike a virus, you don't have to click on a worm to start it off, it does that by itself. Then there's ransomware. This alone cost users over $12.5 billion in losses in 2024. The bad actors access your system, encrypt your data, then demand money to enable you to decrypt it. The problem is that only a small percentage of the people who pay ever get all their data back. Most people only get some of it, or they may get nothing at all, even after they've paid. Finally, a Trojan. Just as the name indicates, this attack is affected by an innocent-looking vehicle, perhaps a file being passed over to you, that contains a malicious payload. Once the payload deploys, you're in a whole world of trouble. So how can you protect yourself? In one word, be vigilant. Okay, that was 2 words, but you get the point. You have to constantly be on the lookout for anything that seems even remotely suspicious. And, although we hate to say it, be paranoid. The bad guys are out there and they are looking for a way to get at you. Use the theory of zero trust. Don't trust anything. Verify it, then verify it again. And, finally, we're pretty confident that that prince did not leave you his fortune. So please don't click emailed links from people you don't know. Stay safe out there.